Some men wait months. They plan the perfect dates, send thoughtful messages, play the long game, and still, she feels nothing. But then there's the other man, the one who barely tries. She meets him, laughs once, and ends up in his bed that same night. It's not about timing, it's not about values, and it was never about respect. She didn't need more time to get to know him. She already knew. In 10 seconds. Not because of what he said, but because of what he was. The unsettling truth? She placed them in different categories before either man even spoke. One made her body tense with curiosity. The other gave her safety, but no spark. What no one teaches a man is this. Attraction isn't earned, it's assigned. Instantly. 1. The first box is the last box. Before a man says a word, she's already decided who he is. Not consciously, not logically, but something in her biology, her intuition, has spoken. 3 boxes. 1 for desire, 1 for validation, and 1 for invisibility. He thinks he's winning her over with consistency, kindness, and effort, but he's just getting comfortable in the wrong category. The man she sleeps with? He doesn't climb any ladder. He doesn't move from friend to lover. He arrives, and she feels it. Because her body listens before her mind catches up. It doesn't care how kind he is. It cares whether he moves her. Men think time changes the category, but in her world, the first box is the last box. And once he's labeled safe, he never gets to be dangerous again. 2. Why desire doesn't wait? Desire is impulsive. It doesn't wait for credentials. It doesn't care if he's stable, generous, or a good guy. When a man walks in with that energy, grounded, unapologetic, unreadable, her body reacts before her thoughts do. It's not logical. It's chemistry, primal and involuntary. Some men try to build desire with proof. They explain their worth. They show consistency. They offer safety. But safety isn't spark. It's shelter, not fire. She doesn't dream of being protected. She dreams of being pierced by presence, by danger, by mystery. The man who ignites her doesn't ask for permission. He doesn't need confirmation. He exists with a frequency that cuts through her defenses. And when her instincts whisper yes, there's no more debate. Desire doesn't need a reason. It just needs a moment. 3. The myth of the nice guy. He thinks he lost because he wasn't bold enough. Because he didn't flirt right, didn't look right, didn't say the right things. But that's not why. He lost the moment he needed her to choose him. Because need is not attraction, it's pressure, disguised as kindness. The nice guy gives without being asked. Texts first, texts again. He offers help, compliments, attention, hoping she'll feel something back. But she doesn't, not because he's nice, but because he's predictable. He's trying to earn what must be triggered, trying to impress instead of disrupt. She thanks him, and forgets him, and still he waits, thinking loyalty will change her mind. But she never asked for loyalty. She asked to feel, and he gave her comfort when her body was craving chaos. 4. The power of mystery. Some men speak volumes without saying a word. They enter a room, and something shifts. Not because of looks or wealth, but because of what's unknown. She can't read him, can't predict his next move. And that uncertainty hooks her deeper than compliments ever could. While one man explains his values, the other leans in, silent, still, magnetic. And she feels it, in her spine, not her mind. Mystery isn't a game. It's the absence of need, the refusal to perform. A man becomes mysterious when he doesn't reveal everything, when he isn't trying to be liked, when he's comfortable being misunderstood. She doesn't obsess over clarity, she obsesses over contradiction, because the man she can't decode is the one she can't forget. 5. When generosity backfires, he gives early, pays quickly, compliments often, not because she asked, but because he hopes generosity will buy him presents. But when there's no desire, gifts feel like pressure. Texts feel like noise. Tension feels like debt. She doesn't reject the kindness. She rejects the intent behind it. Because he isn't giving, he's negotiating, exchanging value for validation. The man she wanted didn't offer. He was the offer. His presence, not his presence, created pull. Generosity works only when desire already exists. Without it, every gesture feels transactional. He thinks he's showing effort, but she's feeling obligation. And nothing kills attraction faster than feeling like she owes something to someone she didn't ask anything from. 6. The illusion of progress. He thinks he's getting closer. She responds. She smiles. She vents. It feels intimate. It feels promising. But it's a trap, because she's not opening doors, she's opening windows, letting him in just enough to feel seen, never enough to be wanted. He thinks effort is momentum. But he's not moving forward. He's moving in circles. The man she sleeps with didn't wait for approval. He didn't build rapport. He arrived with presence so strong, her body answered before her logic caught up. Meanwhile, the other man builds connection without combustion. She likes him. She values him. But she doesn't crave him. And in desire, liking is irrelevant. Craving is everything. He mistook access for attraction. And that mistake keeps him stuck in a story that was never his to finish. 7. The masculine frequency. He talks about what he wants, what he brings, what he's willing to give. But she's not listening to his words. She's listening to his frequency. Some men vibrate with calm certainty, others with hidden desperation. And even if the lips say confidence, the body always tells the truth. She senses it instantly. The man who owns himself versus the man hoping to be chosen. Masculinity isn't volume, it's gravity. It pulls her in without explanation, without performance. He doesn't need her energy to feel whole, and that's what makes her want to offer it. Because the moment she feels his center is stronger than hers, she forgets the checklist. She forgets the rules, and she falls, not for his effort, but for the field he radiates without trying. He thought rejection meant failure, that if she didn't choose him, he wasn't enough, but the truth cuts deeper. She didn't reject him. She never felt him, because he approached love like a transaction, offering value, hoping for return. But attraction doesn't respond to logic, it responds to being. Some men try to impress their way into her heart. Others walk past her defenses, because their presence disrupts her reality. And that's the shift. It was never about learning the right moves. It was about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to move at all. No more chasing, no more waiting, no more proving. He doesn't try to be chosen. He becomes a presence that chooses itself. And once that switch flips, everything changes. Not just with her, but with the world.